Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good evening. That moment has arrived again. The Sports Report, my friend Gary Patterson and I are going to lay it all out for you and make it simple and easy to understand.
Yes, sir.
I think.
We'll see.
But before we start,
See how it goes. Yes.
have you ever heard as much hatred that is coming from these two political parties?
No, I have not.
I mean, be humble in victory and magnanimous in defeat. Now, how is that tough to understand?
Yeah, it's not happening. It's too bad, yeah.
This is a mess.
And it's going to go on, I'm afraid, for the next 4 years.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
And unbelievable.
And the only hope for me is that will continue the momentum against the mainstream media, right? People are realizing now that it's...
Did you see that piece of fluff that the New York Times put out?
Yeah.
Saying, well, we're going to start telling the truth now.
Yeah, we learned our lesson.
Yeah. What a bunch of baloney.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about politics some night at great length.
Okay.
But
On to
hockey.
hockey.
We've given hockey short shrift. So I do have a couple of one-liners here for you.
All right.
David Pasternak.
Yes.
I'm just absolutely shocked that Claude isn't all over him for his lack of defense.
Yeah.
But he just keeps on banging the goals in.
Yeah, he's been hot.
He is a goal scorer.
I think so. He could be a 30, 35 goal scorer.
Shoot first and ask questions later.
Yeah.
He doesn't screw around trying to pass the puck. Gets it and he shoots it.
Yeah.
Boy,
And so far he's had some luck on his side too, so hopefully he can sustain it over the course of the year.
He's got to stay out of the corners. He's too bloody small.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got hurt a couple of times, and I don't want to see him get
people are
banged
going to
up.
run at him.
Yeah. Again, I go back to it again, but I'll say it again. The Bruins signed John Scott. That would stop a lot of the running at the David Pasternaks of the team.
Yeah.
I mean, just put him out there. Say, well, just come
Clean
over
it-
here.
let
I
him
want to
clean it
talk
up.
to you.
Yeah. Yeah, let him clean it up.
That's it.
They may need a guy like that.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Because they are running at him.
Brandon Carlo, at the age of 19,
Biggest success story of the year.
yeah, easily.
Yeah.
I mean, he is going to grow up to be what we hoped Dougie Hamilton would be.
Yeah.
He is a good-looking defenseman out there. Makes mistakes,
Sure. 19.
but he owns up to them. That's right, he's 19. Right.
Yeah, he's going to add a little muscle over the next year or two. And he's a stud. He's a top pair.
Yeah. Well, this is something I wrote down a long time ago. I never got a chance to say it.
Okay.
But the Bruins discovered why they haven't been winning Stanley Cups.
Is that right?
Yep.
That's good to hear.
They fired Doug Hooter and Doug Jarvis.
Yeah.
They said that, they got to get rid of Hooter because the defensemen, they're going to change it over, the scheme over, and they want guys that can really skate, really move the puck, force that player up in the center ice. Yeah. And Doug wasn't quite the guy. And also, the forwards are going to have to change their way of doing business, so Doug Jarvis is out too.
Yeah.
Bingo, just like that, they've solved all their problems. Oh.
Yeah.
But one positive note for the Bruins, that I think anyway, they canned, well, they didn't. No, he left of his own accord. Keith Gretzky
Yeah.
went out with.
You think that's a good thing to you?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I'm not happy with his picks. I look back on them. I don't see where he. Hey, listen, if his name hadn't been Gretzky, He never would have got a job like this.
Well, yeah, he had some experience before he came here, though, right?
He did, but he never would have got that experience.
Yeah,
His
probably
name
not,
Edmund
yeah.
Gretzky. But anyway, we'll see how he does out to Edmonton.
Yeah.
But I certainly do like the looks of Brendan Carlo. But you know, I've been checking the minor leagues.
Yeah. Don't they have a
Their
couple
other
guys?
draft choices aren't exactly.
Right.
And
So-
stupid Providence Bruins haven't updated their website since last year.
You're kidding.
No, you can't get any stats off of it.
That's terrible.
I know it. I have to call them and ask them what the hell's going on.
Yeah, straighten them out, Bill.
I'm going to have to. Now, there is an AHL website I can go through, and you can find some of that. But you've got to do a lot of rowing before
Yeah.
you can get there.
So in last year's draft, what was that? Actually, 2 drafts ago, they had those 3 picks in a row,
Yep.
right?
And
13,
then
14, 15, something like that.
they,
And then they drafted Carlo in the second round. And
That's
Carlo's here, and those first 3 picks are, I don't know where.
well, Louis DeBrusque's kid is down to Providence. 2 goals and 3 assists.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The other kid that can skate like the hammers of hell, I think he went back to juniors again.
Okay.
There was somebody wrote in something there, one of those wags wrote, well, he can certainly skate, but he hasn't shown us he can play hockey yet. There's been players like that before.
Yeah.
But really, other than Carlo, and I mean, look at Subban.
Yeah.
Oh.
That is, yeah.
Boy.
Wasted pick there.
Yeah. And I said to myself, smart move, because all the hockey world said, oh,
They snagged
the
him.
Bruins stole him.
Yeah.
And I'm saying to myself, oh, go back to juniors, do well. We can get 2 number 1s for
Right.
you in a trade.
Yeah, that was kind of the hope.
They kept.
Or if he was really Superman, you could move Tuca.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And Tuca's been playing well.
Tuca has been lights out.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I've seen him maybe 2 weak goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he
That-
seems to be on his
that
game.
is
I was
great.
a little worried about him real early in the
Well, I
season.
tell you what, we'll start worrying about him here shortly, because if they start playing him 3 or 4 times a week.
Yeah. Well, Khudobin's back now, right? So,
Yeah, but he has been weak.
yeah. But he's going to have to play.
Yeah. Let's switch over to basketball.
Okay. We haven't talked much about that here.
Now, I thought last Thursday night, last Friday night, whenever the Celtics played the Spurs, I thought that was a great basketball.
It was a great basketball game.
That was just one hell of a game.
Yeah.
And the Celtics are that far away from
They
being
were
able to
close.
play with the Spurs.
Yeah, they can play with them. It's just, can they close it out?
That's it. Well, that's
Yeah.
it. I mean, that's what the whole thing boils down to, is what happens at crunch time, you know,
Right.
at the end. And, well, we're just a couple of guys short of being ready
Yeah.
for prime time. But, boy, I'll tell you, I don't, well, let me just say it. Amir Johnson looks to me like a cigar store Indian out there.
Yeah. He
he's-
is. what he
Boy,
is,
oh
yeah.
boy. You know, I thought with Horford picking him up, that they'd be able to feed off each other. It's like they're enemies out there.
Yeah.
Just,
He's going to go at the end of the year.
yeah,
And
he's got to go. Yeah.
they're going to have some. I think they're still going to. I think they're a year away from really being. So, can they really get one of those free agents next year? They got room for one more. Could they get Blake Griffin to come here? I mean, if
How
they could
about-
get Blake Griffin to come here.
Will they trade Brooklyn's number 1 draft choice? They got 2 of them coming.
Right.
What if they traded them both for a real first-class stud?
Well, they could. They
Yeah.
absolutely could. And they
That
could trade
might
some
be
of the players that they have even.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
might be the best way out of it. Yeah.
I think Danny's still looking for the trade.
I think so. I think you're right.
And he hasn't found it
Hasn't
yet.
found it yet, no. I'm very happy with Horford.
Yeah,
I think he's played well.
he has played well, but they're getting killed on the boards.
Oh, they are.
And
When
they're giving up way too many
Avery
offensive
Bradley
boards.
is your best rebounder,
You got an
you
issue.
got a real issue, yeah.
Yeah.
And Horford is not pulling his weight on the boards. And certainly Amir Johnson leaves a lot to be desired, too.
So that goes back to, would you be interested in DeMarcus Cousins? You know,
I'm interested right now in getting guys that will ramp up and play the kind of play that the Celtics want out of the team.
right.
You know, pressing, up in your face. I mean, Marcus Smart can't shoot.
No, but he's coming along. I like
Yes,
him.
but boy, I'm telling you
I'd like
something.
to hang on to him.
Boy, oh boy, if I were going down a dark alley at night, he'd be the guy I'd choose to come with me.
Yeah. He's tough. He plays hard.
You know what I
He
like?
plays hard.
I love it when he's guarding a guy and the guy looks away and he just reaches over and grabs the ball right off his hand.
I like him. He's still rough around the edges, but it's coming. You know, he's shooting better this year than last year, but he's still got to take another
Well, he's
step.
passing better, too. The last game they played, he saw Zeller under the basket. He saw, who the hell else was it? He made like three great passes into the paint. I thought he looked good. Jay Crowder has been hurt, but he's coming back.
Yeah.
Boy, he gives you 110%.
He does.
And Jerebko has played well.
Off the bench. Yeah, as a bench player, he's fine.
Yeah. Zeller, they can use him to match up certain teams.
Yeah.
But this is the year for Olynyk. He's got to
Yeah, it is. And
step up and say, I'm a man.
it hasn't happened yet.
No, it hasn't. Now, he's been injured a
Yeah.
couple of times, but this is the year now when he's got to assert himself.
Yeah.
If not,
It's a big year for him.
yep. And Jaylen Brown is a fantastic physical specimen.
Yeah, I like him. I think he's
But-
going to be a player.
But his motor is going faster than his brain.
At this point,
Yeah,
he's
boy.
got to develop, and that's the problem in the NBA now. You
Yeah, 19 years
even when you
old.
get the top players, you have to give them 2 or 3 years.
I mean, he's driven into the paint a couple of times. I've been watching him. And it's like, well, I'm in here. What the hell do I do now?
Yeah,
You know?
I think he's going to be Jimmy Butler in 2 or 3 years, though.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm not sure who he's going to be, but I think he's going to be one talented young man.
Yeah.
Boy, he's got it all going for him. Let's have a little fun with the Celtics.
Okay.
Bovada put some numbers out a month or so ago. We haven't had a chance to talk to him about him. Over under for the Celtics, 52.5.
That's a lot. I would go under on that.
Yeah, you and me both. Under both. Assists, Isaiah, 6 per game.
As an average? That's a tough one, but I would go over.
I think I'll just leave that one alone.
Yeah, that's a toughie.
Yeah, no, listen. I'll go under. Points per game for Isaiah. These guys know what they're doing. Make these odds up, I'll tell you. They're not in business to lose money. 21.5.
21.5 is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I would go, boy, that's really tough. I'm going to go under, I think.
Yeah, me too. Al Horford, points per game, 15.5.
I'd go under.
Yep. I just don't see him going over that. Rebounds a game, 7.5.
Oh, boy. I would go over only because they don't have enough rebounding. He's going to have to focus more.
Yeah, I'm going to go under. The problem is that they're reacting to all these three-point shooters. They're all playing way out.
Yeah.
Nobody's rebounding, you know?
Right. But nobody's shooting more threes than the Celtics.
Yeah.
Holy mackerel. They launch them from everywhere.
That's why Avery Bradley is really getting into the paint and getting them rebounds.
Yeah.
Avery Bradley, points per game, 14.
Oh, I'd go over.
Yep, me too.
I think he's going to be 16, 17.
Yep. Jay Crowder, 13.5.
I would go under on him.
Yep. And Marcus Smart, 11.
I'd go under on him, too. He's coming off the bench.
Yeah, he has some nights where he has a 1 for 7 or something like that. Odds to win the championship.
Ah!
This is really something. Golden State, you got to put up 125 to get 100.
Okay.
Everything else is plus. Cleveland Cavs, plus 300. So you put up 100 to make 3.
Okay.
San Antonio, plus 900.
Wow.
Celtics, plus 1,800. And the Clippers, plus 2,500. I didn't go any deeper than that. But,
Clippers plus 25, huh?
yeah, actually.
They're off to a good start, actually.
Yeah, you know something? They're not a bad team.
Yeah.
Want to hear a couple of good things? If you want Denver Nuggets, Sacramento Kings, Philadelphia 76ers, Phoenix Suns, or the Brooklyn Nets, you can get 50,000 for 100.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, of course, you and I
Yeah,
forming up a team have a better chance than these guys.
If there's any way any of those teams could, acquire some players and make a run at it.
Yeah, they'd only each one of those teams will only need like seven or 8
Sacramento
All-Stars.
Did you say Sacramento?
Yeah, the Sacramento Kings, 50 grand. Denver
Yeah, that's
Nuggets.
interesting. If they were able to acquire a couple of players, I mean, they've basically got
Yeah, like
DeMarcus Cousins and Rondo,
Like
right?
6 or 7 All-Stars,
Yeah. And then there would be a rash of injuries throughout the West.
Well, anyway, by the way,
Yes.
David Lee showed up the
He
other
played
night.
very well against the Celtics.
Boy, did he ever.
Yeah.
Now, whatever happened to the David Lee that played for us? Now, was that somebody else?
Yeah, well, I think that David Lee that played the other night was not really indicative of the current David Lee either. He had a good game. He had a very good game.
He had a major league chip on his shoulder, too.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some bad vibes with him in the Celtics.
There seems to be, yeah. And he played very well the other night.
Boy, he was aggressive as all get out, I'll tell you. Well, now you got your choice. Oh, no, I was going to say you got your choice. We could talk about baseball or football, but first of all, we got to get to our prognostications from last week. Now, here's how this worked out.
Yeah.
You have 9 wins,
Oh.
4 losses, and 1 tie.
Ah.
I have 8 wins, 5 losses, and 1 tie.
Really?
Yeah.
Rather close.
So we'll know who wins tonight because we've got the Philadelphia Green Bay game.
Oh, yes.
And you picked Philadelphia, and I
did.
picked Green Bay.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm really happy about my choice, by the way.
Do you recall where that game is?
Yeah, it's in Philadelphia.
Oh, okay. I like my pick then.
Yeah, you like it even better now, huh?
Yeah. That's 3 games on the road games in a row for Green Bay too. They went to Tennessee and got destroyed. They went to Washington and lost. Oh. Now they're going to Philly and
I got to tell
about
you,
to drop out of any kind of contention for a playoff spot, along with Carolina.
I need to go back to Washington
and the Cardinals
for a second. So I cut out the Globes experts.
Okay.
Just for the hell of it. I had more time on my hands and brains. I wasn't able to factor in the 3 Turkey Day games.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Okay. Christopher Gasper, 8 wins, 3 losses, 1 tie.
That's pretty respectable.
Jim McBride, 6 wins, 5 losses, 1 tie. Nina Princiotti, 4 wins, 7 losses, 1 tie. Scott Thurston, 7 wins, 4 losses, 1 tie. But this is their expert, Ben Volen.
Ben Volen, yeah.
4 wins, 7 losses, 1 tie. So.
Ben Volen, yeah.
Yeah. He's about this tall.
Yeah.
So now, sir,
Uh-oh.
we've set the stage.
Okay.
We've got Thursday night football. Dallas +3 at Minnesota.
Everything says Dallas, but there's something about it. I think Dallas is going to lose another game this year, right?
It's not going to be this one, I'll tell you.
I don't think it is. I'll take Dallas.
Yeah, you and me both. In fact, I have 2 top flight picks. That's one of them.
Okay.
I bet the house on Dallas.
Yeah.
The Dallas game on Turkey Day,
Yes.
I thought was as good a football game as I have seen.
Yeah.
Boy, and I'll tell you something. The Redskins they're not too bad.
No, Kirk Cousins is for real.
You better believe it.
He is for real.
Do you think that?
He's going to get paid, too.
I was just going to say, if Washington turns up his nose at him, well, there'll be about 15 teams after him with contracts in their hands.
He's looking at 22 to 24 a year.
He's looking at big time money.
Yeah.
No chump change for this lad.
Yeah.
Well, here's a game here that's a bit of, by the way, some of these things are brutal. They're puzzlers. Denver, 4.5-point favorites at Jacksonville. Jacksonville has been showing signs of life.
They have shown some signs of life.
Mm.
It's a must-win for Denver.
Yeah, Denver stubbed their toes.
Win for Denver.
Yep. Okay.
I'm going to take Denver.
You're going to take Denver? I am too. But I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if it went the other way.
Yeah, whether they can cover the 4.5, but they need to win that game. I mean,
they've got to.
Yeah, they're in trouble
By
for
the
the
way,
playoffs.
their quarterback is not setting any worlds on fire.
No, he's not.
No. They're going to be in the market. They'd be after brother Cousins, I'll tell you, at the end of the year.
Yeah, they may have to settle for Tony Romo.
Yeah, that's, boy, I couldn't. You pay Tony, so you say to Romo, all right, well, we'll pick up his contract. Dallas will kick in a few bucks, but we'll pick up his contract. And he gets knocked on his keister and breaks another bone in his back.
Yeah, it's always been the problem.
You sign him for 2 years at $16 million a year, and you're out $32 million, and you still haven't got any place with the quarterback situation.
Right.
Boy, I can't see. You know what? The only team I could see signing Tony Romo would be a team like the Patriots. Or a team that is knocking right on the door.
Yeah, there's too many desperate teams.
Yeah.
I think the Jets will go after him.
You know something? Woody Johnson.
You're already paying Fitzgerald whatever you're paying him, 15.
Yeah, 15
so
mil,
let him walk.
but that was just a 1-year contract.
Right.
Yeah, but
you've already got the block on your
it's on your
cap.
Yeah. If Cleveland, they haven't got a clue what they're doing.
Right.
I swear Woody Johnson doesn't either. How the hell they put together that defensive line is something I don't understand.
Right.
Boy, oh boy, they were hungry.
So they're going to have the first pick in the draft every round. So would you trade Jimmy Garoppolo to Cleveland for their second and third pick this year and their first and third pick next year?
I would.
Yeah, I probably would too.
I would. I think Garoppolo will be a hot item.
Yeah, I do too.
Offseason. Yeah.
There's just so many desperate teams, and your alternative is Tony Romo.
And you can see that Belichick is about as cold-blooded as they get.
Right.
Oh, you want Collins? Well, sure.
I mean, look at what's going to be. You want Tony Romo? You want Jay Cutler? He's going to be available.
Oh, Jay Cutler, yeah.
Yeah,
I
can see the Jets signing him out of desperation.
I know,
They say,
I
Bring
know.
It on.
And then you and I can figure out what the odds are on which limb will fall off during a game, Oh, the left arm will fall off,
So, yeah, I think Garoppolo.
I think he'd be a hot item.
Yeah.
And by the by, well, I'm going to get to that in a minute.
Okay.
Still have that thought.
Will do.
At home, Atlanta, 4-point favorites over Kansas City.
I'll take Kansas City.
Yeah, you and me both. I bailed out on them last week. I was stupid. Here's another mind bender. At home, Green Bay, 3.5 over Houston. I mean, both of these teams are
Disappointing. Yeah.
tumbling down.
I'm going to take Green Bay. They've been 3 straight road games, which it looks like they may go 0-3. They're on the verge of falling out. That'll be
I'm going to take Green Bay,
a
too.
game that they need.
Well, here's a pick. At home, Cincinnati against Philadelphia.
Gosh, I hate to do it, but I'm going to take Cincy.
You're on your own on this one,
Yeah.
buddy. I'm taking Philadelphia. At home, all the rest of these are at home, by the way, so
Okay.
I shan't. The first name I gave you. New Orleans, 4.5 over Detroit.
Oh, I'll take Detroit
You are a brave man.
to at least cover that.
I'm going to take New Orleans. Chicago,
Terrible.
4-point favorite over San Francisco. You know, I hope it's a cold, windy, damn day up there for that one.
Yeah,
Both teams deserve it.
I'm going to take San Francisco.
Are you really?
They're terrible. They're both terrible.
Yeah, I'm going to. Oh, God, Chicago doesn't have a quarterback now.
Right. And they still almost won that game yesterday if the guy hadn't dropped the touchdown pass, the winning touchdown
I
pass,
know
which
it.
hit him right square in the
Yep.
chest.
I'm going to go with Chicago. I hate San Francisco with a passion.
Yeah, I do too, but I don't like either team.
Well, we've arrived here at the New England Patriots at home, 15-point favorites over LA.
15?
As in 1-5.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a lot of points.
it
but
is with a gimpy quarterback and a
Yeah.
tight end that's flopping around. And
I'm going to lay the points, though. The Rams, Goff. Is Goff going to be a quarterback?
yeah,
I'll lay the points. It's a lot of points, but I could see this being a 31-10 game easy.
I'm going to go with New England because I am.
I'm taking New England, too.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I want to clarify there.
Because I can see Jimmy Garoppolo starting that game.
Well, it's a possibility.
Let's give Tom Boy a break.
Even if he doesn't start, he could come in early and often.
Yep. I would love to see him start that game.
Build that trade value.
That's right.
Yeah,
And plus, give yourselves a damn good chance to win the game, too.
sure.
I don't want to see Brady hurt any worse than he is. Baltimore, at home, +4 over Miami.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, some of these are beautiful. These guys know what they're doing.
I'm going to take Miami. I think it's a
Yep.
field goal game, even if Baltimore wins
Yep,
it. It's a
and
field
I'm
goal
taking
game.
Miami also. Here's another one. Oakland, at home, 4.5 over Buffalo. Now,
Ooh, Oakland's right. in the
remember
way.
this? The pinky finger?
Yeah.
Yeah. If I thought that pinky finger was fine, I would be all over this one for Oakland. But
Yeah.
I don't
It could
know.
be a field goal game. It's
Could
out
be.
in Oakland, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Oakland at home.
You know what? I'm taking Buffalo.
Okay.
I can do it.
We have a difference.
Yeah. San Diego, at home, 5.5 over Tampa Bay.
Oh, Tampa Bay. I've got Tampa Bay.
You get Tampa Bay?
They're getting 5.5 points.
Yep.
I got Tampa Bay.
I get San Diego. Now, ladies and gentlemen, get your money ready.
Okay.
Call your bookie, because here is the gift of the day. Out in Arizona, Arizona Cardinals 3-point favorites over the Washington Redskins.
Wow.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking about trying to sell one of my kids.
Yeah, I'm thinking Washington.
Slave dealer. Yeah, Washington.
Yeah, they get the extra days to
I
get ready.
can tell you, after watching Washington,
They can score. Kirk Cousins.
and they were playing aggressive, hustling.
Yeah.
I mean, they were absolutely. They left it all out there in the field.
Yeah, they look like a playoff team.
Yep.
They really do.
They did. They did. Well, here's another mind bender for you. At home in Pittsburgh, 6.5 over the Giants. Now, I think the Giants are the worst 8-3 team in football,
Yeah, right.
but they're 8-3,
Yeah.
and they're a 6.5 point dog.
Yeah, I'm taking those points. I'll take,
Yep,
I'll
you,
take
me
New
both.
York. Yeah.
Well, here we go with another one.
They're one after another here, Bill.
Home, Seattle, 6.5 over Carolina.
Yeah, I'll take. Even though weren't able to score points this weekend, I'm going to take Seattle.
I'll tell you, I think Carolina is getting set to flex their muscles. They certainly gave it a hell of a shot yesterday.
They did. They just play well enough to lose.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And if anyone is interested,
One of those. Another one.
Monday
of those
night.
Monday night.
Yeah, home game. New York Jets and Indianapolis Colts.
Brutal.
I'll tell you,
I hope the Bruins are playing. Or something.
Yeah, I was really and truly hoping for maybe some Friends repeats on or something on one of the TV channels. Yeah. Oh, boy.
So, give me that again.
Pick Indianapolis. New York Jets at home, Indianapolis, and it's a pick game.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna take the Jets to rise up and beat them.
I'm going to take Indy. And
yeah, it's a pick 'em.
And I just don't even have a reason, to be honest with you.
So the other game was the Sunday night game, the Carolina game?
Yeah. It must have been, yeah. I got the thing around here someplace.
They're terrible. That's unbelievable. So it now appears pretty certain that the two finalists in the NFC Championship game last year are neither one's going to make the playoffs. Arizona and Carolina.
Arizona they can't stink enough.
They're terrible.
Ah, who knows what happened?
I know it. I actually, my preseason pick for the Super Bowl was Arizona and New England.
I got to tell you something. You weren't the Lone Ranger on that one. There were other people too.
Yeah. And they've just been terrible.
In Carolina, I mean, there's a franchise down there that was actually putting it together.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes you wonder.
Yeah. Jeepers creepers. I think some heads will roll among the coaches.
Probably among the assistants, yeah. I don't think the top dog will go. Rivera.
I've got some notes that I made here on some people. I think we can blast through these pretty quick. I'll just give you some names.
All right.
Give me a shot back.
Okay. It's like word association.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Politics and football. Brady, Kraft, and Trump.
Yeah. I was surprised by it. I'll say that. I thought they would just stay out of it.
The reaction, though, of the Boston media.
Well, yeah.
I mean, you gotta be kidding me. I listened to the 3 in the afternoon there on EEI. To Dale Arnold and
Michael Hawley.
and Michael Hawley, and the other guy's gone now, but he was still there.
That Barstool guy.
Jerry, whatever his name was, and they were crying in their beer that that they backed Trump.
Yeah.
But they were crying enormously in their beer that Trump won.
Of course they were. Yes, it's Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
But
media
you would
is-
think that
they were
somebody.
crushed. That was the best part of the whole Trump victory, was watching the media.
Yeah.
It's just
I mean, Dale
crumble
Arnold
before us.
makes his big money on the Bruin show,
right.
on Nesson. Who owns Nesson?
Yeah.
John Henry. What's John Henry? Big liberal.
Yeah.
Michael Hawley has always been a liberal. And that knucklehead Jerry Thornton, I don't know, he's just...
Yeah. He might have been a Trump guy.
Oh, no, he was a big Hillary guy.
Oh, he was?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
But anyway. All right,
I'm not going to miss him.
Jabal Sheard.
Yeah. Poised for a comeback down the stretch. Got on the field yesterday for a few plays, made a couple tackles,
You did?
and looked like, he wanted to be on the field.
Yeah.
So he talked to the press last week, which I was surprised
And
at.
it was one confusing
It was,
interview.
but he was trying to say the right thing. He was trying to say the Patriot thing.
Yeah, but he couldn't do
struggled
it.
with it a
He's-
little
oh, God.
But I think he's got a lot of money in the line. He's a free agent.
He
He's
is.
one of the free agents.
He is.
And I think they need him. And I think...
But he's got to, if
He
they
needs to
sign
step up.
him, he's got to convince them that he's going to play.
Yeah, well, I think that the window right now is just this year, and I think it is with Belichick, and it's like either play or don't play, but
I think Sheard's gone. I think he is.
he very well could be, because he is allegedly an edge rusher.
Yeah. I can just hear Belichick saying, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice.
Yeah.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I don't think he'll give him a second chance.
He was a good player last year for us.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the thing.
Alan Branch.
Yeah. He's been spectacular. It's too bad he
Addiction
he's been
is
suspended.
a hell of a thing.
Yeah.
Now we know why he was suspended for a week with the Patriots.
Yeah,
I
probably
think
related.
I think 2 and
One
2
way or
can
another,
be
yeah.
figured out here.
Yeah.
And I'm brokenhearted because Alan Branch is the glue that keeps that defensive line together.
And he's he should. I think he should drop his appeal and just get it over with, and not have it drag into the playoffs.
Yeah,
If it's
that's
gonna-
the kind of way he's done. But he's saying I'm not getting anything, no feedback from the NFL.
right. So I don't know. They need to work it out.
Yeah,
We need him back for the playoffs, though.
I think he's hoping that maybe they'll, because they do a lot. They drop it from 4 to 3.
Yeah.
If you appeal it.
Yeah.
And you're contrite, and you say,
He's played well.
one of my posse left it in the car, or
Yeah, and I don't know if they got him on a test where it was
I'm
in the
sure-
system.
I'm
I'm
sure.
sure they did. So
I'm sure they did. And I'm sure that it goes back to the Patriots suspending him. I'm sure that the antennas went up of the NFL. And that's a shame. Addiction is an awful thing.
yeah, and he was smoking a little pot, so I don't know if it's what we really have there, but
Well,
it is against the rules.
it is
so,
against the rules. You're making big money.
Yeah,
You got a
gonna cost
limited shelf life.
yeah,
I mean, how stupid can you be?
yeah. 4 games is going to cost him some money.
Now I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth. But, I mean, I'm opposed to this legalized marijuana stuff. But supposing with a banged up body each week that it actually does you some good.
Well, who's to say? Probably
That's
varies person
By
person.
body chemistry.
Right. If he wasn't doing that, would he be drinking whiskey? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I wouldn't make a hell of a good ball player. I'm afraid I'd be... me and Mr. Miller High Life would become very close friends. Colin Kaepernick and more hocus pocus about a T-shirt, a Malcolm X T-shirt he was wearing, and he's
Castro.
not,
About
he's
Castro
he's not articulating his positions particularly intelligently either.
No.
I mean, that whole kerfuffle over, oh, well, I didn't vote.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
He needs to just go away.
yeah, just go away.
He needs
Absolutely.
to just go away.
San Francisco.
Now, do you think if they cut him, anybody would sign him?
No,
I don't either.
I don't either. They'd say, I get a couple of guys on my team that are
Right.
already jerks. I don't need a third one.
Yeah.
Yeah, goodbye. Yeah, you may be a physically gifted young man, but you can get your squash together. Out the door. Luke Kuechly,
Yes.
walking off crying, or
Yeah.
being carried off crying.
Yeah.
That's what, his 6th, 7th, 8th, 12th, 54th
Yeah.
concussion.
And he knew it.
Who knows? Who knows?
He knew it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what are we going to do? Are they just going to continue to play guys once their symptoms go away until their brains just turn into oatmeal?
Yeah, it's a tough question, because those guys want to come back and play.
You could see he was so frustrated
they
that he
want to
had
come
this.
back and
Now
play.
he's saying, I won't be able to play for 3 weeks. And
Right.
by the way, there was an article in the paper about Savard that played for the Bruins. He's still, that was 2011, his concussions. And he's still having symptoms.
Yeah.
Now, he has some really good days. He's coaching a bantam team in Peterborough, 3A bantam team, which they get all kinds of tiers
Yeah.
up there. But he said, I have a lot of good days, but I still have some.
Yeah, 6 years
Not
later,
so,
that's
Oof. The Jamie Collins mystery. I watched. I'll be locked up. Somebody out there is a psychiatrist and will say, well, okay, that's enough for Crane. We'll put him away. But I actually watched the Browns-Giants game. Mm-hmm. Shows you
yeah.
what was going on.
Yeah. He's a little slow that day.
Jamie Collins didn't get his name called too much.
No.
Once that I remember. So I started watching him, and he wasn't doing anything that reminded me of a $17 million a year player.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, he's PO'd.
Yeah.
And he's saying, now, look, I'm going to get paid no matter what I do out here.
Well, that's a question.
But he's so stupid that this is the foundation for his next contract next year.
Absolutely it is.
And if you don't show that you are a football player, if you're just going through the motions, somebody's going to say, yeah, that'd be great. I'll give you a $17 million a year contract guaranteed to give you $35 million, and you're going to play like a turnip.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a lot of money on the table for these guys. So
Yep. But some
need
of
to
them
play,
are
though.
vegetables that don't seem to understand that, Gary.
Right. So in the case of a Collins and and maybe a Chandler Jones, I don't know. I mean, how much of a stigma is there from the fact that Belichick rejected you and sent you packing?
How much of a stigma is there that you caused yourself by showing up naked at the Foxborough Police Department under the influence of God only knows what?
Yeah, in the case of Chandler Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes! King Philip football team, 11-0.
Yeah.
They absolutely murdered Franklin, and they're in the Super Bowl.
Right. Who are they playing? Do you recall?
I don't know.
Yeah. So that'd be this upcoming weekend.
Upcoming weekend. You know what I was thinking to
good for them.
myself? I might actually go up and watch that.
Yeah.
Might
be an interesting
Might be
game.
a good take. When they don't draw flies.
Yeah,
For the Super Bowl.
big game.
Down to Gillette. I mean, it's.
Yeah.
Probably 12,000 of your closest friends at the game.
Yeah.
Usually they get a couple of games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people come and go.
Yeah. Marvin Lewis. Did you watch the Cincinnati game?
I saw some of it, yeah.
At the end, when they knocked down like 5 out of 7 passes that Andy Dalton threw,
Yeah.
did Marvin Lewis ever say to himself, you know, let's throw in some rollout plays for him before he gets killed? He was a rollout quarterback in college, for God's sakes.
Yeah. Marvin Lewis is just one of the most amazing questions.
Yep.
He's been there for what, 13, 14
Yeah.
years?
And the
Never won a
timeout
playoff
that he
games.
called.
Yeah.
I mean, and
I think he's going to actually get fired.
I
this
think
year.
so. You know, if he's not fired, he can say to himself, he can go to the bank and say, I need a new house, big house, because I got a job for life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's got to go. But I've said that before. He's got to go, and he doesn't go.
that's right.
But if they don't make the playoffs, you know, it's usually been they've made the playoffs, but then they're done. They lose the first game.
Listening to Iron Eagle and Dan Fouts is an indignity.
Yeah, it can be difficult.
Oh, they were awful. Oh, and Spiro Dides, or Dedies, or whatever he is, he said at the end of their game, you got one of those, the 2-minute ending after the Cleveland game.
Oh, yeah,
they showed another game.
Cut over, yeah.
Yeah. And he said, at the end of that game, he said, stay tuned for the Pats at the Niners.
Really?
Yeah.
This past weekend?
Yeah.
You said that? Wow, that's pretty poor.
Yeah. So obviously he's
We are much more alert than he is,
Yeah,
William.
we get it.
Yes, we do.
His Back to the Future moment. And by the way, Aretha Franklin's national anthem for 4 minutes and 35 seconds was a disgrace.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I heard about it, but I didn't actually see it.
I saw a clip of her singing it.
Yeah.
They showed it on Fox Financial, and they showed it and said, we're cutting to ads now, but when you come back, she'll still be singing.
Wow.
And that wasn't even singing, it was caterwauling.
4.5 minutes?
Yeah, 4.5 minutes.
Wow. Sounds like a long time.
The National Football League ratings. What's causing the drop-off, Gary?
Well, a lot of people speculating, right? I think they're going to pick up. I think they've had some good games. People say the election. I don't know. I think it's just the pace of the game, and they haven't had. There's very few good games.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's just such a pack in the middle of 15 to 20 teams that are interchangeable.
Parity makes for mediocre teams
Yeah.
and mediocre games.
And mediocre games.
Yep.
And then they drag on and on and on.
Product saturation.
There's too many flags. now, too.
Thursday
There's
night
yeah.
TV. I mean, give me a break.
Now, there was a story today that they're considering dropping Thursdays.
They really should.
And I think they should.
Yep. Political involvement. Sports and politics should not mix. They're like oil and water. I know that you were stomping on their First Amendment rights and all of that. But when ratings fall off,
Yeah.
you got to start to wonder.
Yeah.
The violence, much of it deliberate. Serious injuries.
That violence has always been there, though.
Oh, yeah, it has. It has. But I think you're seeing, I don't know. These guys are bigger and stronger.
Well, that's the thing. I think
Yeah.
they are bigger and stronger. But in terms of the vicious hits, I mean, you think back to the 70s.
Oh, God, they can go back to the
Raiders,
50s and Ed Sprinkle for the Bears. I mean,
Yeah.
God.
The Raiders secondary.
Yeah, yeah. Roger Goodell and his unfair governance of the NFL. These are all reasons I came up with.
Yeah. I think Roger's going to go. I don't know if it's going to be this year, but I think the clock is ticking on Roger Goodell.
A look ahead for the Patriots.
Okay.
Shall we put on our long distance glasses?
Yeah.
All right, so we have Los Angeles,
Win.
W. Baltimore,
Yeah, I'm gonna
Monday night ESPN.
Yeah, in Foxborough though. So I'm gonna go Patriots on that one.
Denver, December 18th, 4:25.
I'm gonna say we lose that one.
You think? Okay. The New York Jets.
We'll beat them in Foxborough.
Yeah. Miami.
Yeah, it's an interesting game because that could be a game Jimmy G starts.
We don't know whether the Patriots will still be playing for something.
They weren't last year, and it
No.
cost them.
No. Home field advantage all the way through. I don't know what they might be playing for.
They had the chance for that last year, and they went the other way.
Yeah. I think that if the Patriots don't come with their A game, I think Miami could beat them.
Yeah.
Miami's just crazy enough. And
Well, Miami's probably going to need that game to get it, potentially to get into the playoffs.
yeah. So now we have some baseball items.
Baseball, it's never too cold for baseball.
That's it. In his new role, just a few items here for you to comment on. In his new role as Vice President of Player Personnel for the Jays, Ben Charrington will not move to Toronto.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Where's he living now? Wasn't he
Greater
teaching somewhere?
Greater Boston. Yeah, he had a teaching gig.
I thought it was in New York.
You know, it might have been,
Maybe
but
Columbia.
I'm not sure that, yes, indeed. But I'm not sure that he wasn't going down there 1 or 2 days a week.
Yeah, maybe.
And had his house here still.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I didn't read anything about his house selling.
Yeah.
But how do you become part of the team if you're, oh, we'll have a video conference now with Ben. And,
Yeah, well, maybe the same thing, that he'll spend time up there, a fair amount of time, and then video in the rest of the time. The rest of the time, it's all on the network. He's probably got a...
Now,
Direct
you and
video.
I
Yeah.
are two of the brightest guys I know.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You got to get out more.
How could we both have been so wrong about Rick Porcello?
Yeah.
Going back to the first of the
Well,
year.
well, we did talk about he was a bounce back candidate for sure.
Yep.
We did talk
But
about
we
that.
picked, well, it was, the over-under fee was 13.5 wins. We both picked under.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we weren't alone.
No. That's going to be our fallback
And he
position.
had a career year.
Yep.
Question is, what do you think next year?
Well, that's exactly what I
would
was
you-
thinking.
What if that number is now 14.5 or
Yeah.
15.5?
Yeah. You got to go with the over, I think. I mean, he looked like a mighty confident young man out
And he
there.
got
Boy,
a
he
lot of run support.
He didn't get rattled.
You know,
Yeah.
now he pitched very well, but he had a lot of run support. So, which he didn't give up a lot of runs. So I mean,
Yeah.
they won a lot of his
Yeah.
games rather handily.
Nick Cafado, I think he's probably heading for the dog track days.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, Florida, wearing the shorts and drinking beer out of paper cups and all that. I don't pay a lot of attention to his columns anymore. But sadly enough, they're better than the rest of the columns
Yeah.
in the Globe. Fluto's hockey column this Sunday, it was a pity the trees had to die so that could be published. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
There was a full page of absolutely nothing.
Nothing, huh?
Nothing.
Yeah.
But if
Yeah, we don't have the
Cafado,
quality of writers we used to.
no.
Yeah.
If Nick Cafado is right, and he's put this in 2 of the last 3 Sunday Globes under his 9 to watch guys,
Yeah.
the Red Sox are actively trying to sign Edwin Encarnacion.
Really?
Yeah. And my comment is this a sexy signing?
Yeah, I don't know how many years you're going for him. I mean, he was looking for crazy.
Yeah. Well, he's got
like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah,
or
he's got
30
four
million or something.
He's got $420 a year from the Jays. That's what they've told him. I guess what they've said is, here's what we're willing to pay.
Yeah.
You find yourself a better deal, screw off.
4 at 20?
Yeah. I'd go that.
Probably.
Now, Cafado also has the hots for Wilson Ramos.
The catcher.
Yeah. But he's coming off a serious ACL surgery.
Yeah, when did catching become a need?
Well, here's the thing. Supposedly, the Red Sox have got some interest. Or he says the Red Sox should be interested. 22 home runs, 80 ribbies, and
nice player.
425 at-bats. So why don't they grab him for a DH? Come on, we got enough of that.
Yeah.
You're right, though. Nice player, but that enables you to trade Vasquez. Strange that you should ask that.
Yeah.
How's this sound? Jackie Bradley Jr.,
Yeah.
Brock Holt, Christian Vasquez, Juan Moncada, and one other player, not a pitcher, prospect. For Victor Martinez, Justin Verlander, and Alex Wilson.
Wow, that's a lot to absorb right there. There's a lot of players moving around there.
You know something? Detroit would probably bite on that.
Did you come up with this? Or
Yes,
is
that's
this...
mine.
Okay.
Totally mine. Because
So give me that again.
Okay. Jackie Bradley Jr.,
Yeah.
he's under their control still.
Yeah.
Brock Holt,
Okay.
he's...
Yeah.
Now, Christian Vasquez, he's still got glitter.
Yeah.
Juan Moncada, who really did not do well in the Arizona League.
Yeah.
And he's also, there was something in one of the baseball columns, and I don't know whether it was in this one or the one I get, USA Today, that said, well, you know, this boy better get serious. And life isn't one big party.
Yeah, that's a very serious... boy, I would have to think about that.
So Bradley, Brock Holt, Christian Vasquez, Juan Moncada, and one other player. Now, they got some kids in A and AA that can hit.
Yeah.
And move one of them for Victor Martinez, 27 home runs. Justin Verlander, a workhorse.
Yeah.
And Alex Wilson, who has morphed into a very good relief pitcher since the Red Sox moved him.
Yeah.
We play the Cubs for the next 3 years if we can make that deal.
Wow. I'd have to think about that.
Would Detroit bite on that, though? Jackie Bradley Jr.?
They might. You're giving them some players.
Juan Moncada, yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely giving them some players. We'll have to think on that.
Think on that one.
Until the next time.
Zack Greinke supposedly is on the block because they're paying him too much money.
Yeah, no thanks.
And Cafado mentions that the Red Sox may be interested. Yeah. He's a hell of a pitcher, but if they get somebody to pick up part of the tab. Also, in the same vein, he said Miguel Cabrera would fit on the Red Sox. How many of these DH types are we going to end up with? About 50?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Okay. And
I think we're done.
Cleveland did not offer Mike Napoli a contract. Strange.
They still may sign him.
Folks, guess what? We've done it again. Another first-class show. Stick around. A couple more weeks. We'll give you another one.
Sounds good.
Take care.